So, hey everybody, welcome back to GLiiDeR TV. And in today's video, I have Sam over here, and we are going to be talking about the season finale and the whole season of Wandavision, and just giving our thoughts on what we liked and disliked about it. Let's get started. All right, so Sam, since you're the guest, I want you to go first with what you liked about the season finale and what you disliked about the season finale.
So the season finale, I gotta say that my favorite part was the interaction between both visions.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a showdown that was like kind of like unexpected,
Yeah.
and at the same time, how it was resolved was pretty cool. You know, instead of just being like a typical fight, you know, between the good and bad, how it resulted into like a philosophy in terms of like of how the white vision was like, his objective was basically to destroy vision, or like the fake vision, and fake vision was like, am I really vision? And then that just mind blew. Mind blew. Like the white vision, I was like, hold on, if you're not vision, then who's vision? Am I vision? And it was like, it's such a cool sequence, and that for sure had to be my like the coolest like thing about like season finale. Also, I guess another touch, how Wandavision, not Wanda, how she's basically like her powers are getting more fleshed out as well. You know, because when she first came out in Avengers Age of Ultron, you know, you kind of like got like the surface of what her powers was. You know, she can like mess with people's mind, and she'll throw like blasts or whatever. But with the whole, which I mean, I guess you can say with the whole season, you can see like how powerful she really is. You know, so I really love how the season finale basically just explore like how big of a deal she is, and how basically she can like affect like several other movies like down the line, just because of how, you know, of how much power she got. Do you want to go to the dislikes, or do you want to jump in?
You can go to the dislikes. I want to hear your dislikes on the finale.
For my dislikes, I did not like the end credits. It seemed very like it didn't hype me up for like what's coming next. Okay, there was two end credits, the mid credit and the end credit, right?
Yeah.
The one that I did like was the one with like Wanda, and how basically she's like learning how to use her powers through the book. I'm not sure what the book is called.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just it shows like how much power, like she's basically getting powerful, like even more powerful than she already is, and she was already considered OP. With, like by the end of this, so I'm curious of how that's gonna go. And that was a great end credit. But then there was the other end credit scene with Monica, and I was like, it just didn't do much for me, except it's like, okay, it's setting up basically for like Captain Marvel 2. It felt flat for me, basically.
Gotcha.
Another end dislike, I guess, have to be with what's the like the main bad guy, I guess you can call
the one who was trying to kill Wanda's kids. That guy, I forgot his name.
Yeah,
but the one who wanted to shoot the kids.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna be more of a big deal in terms of like how he was gonna involve like the military and all that, but it seemed like he was a non-factor, basically. Like he arrived, and then the kids took care of business, and then that's pretty much it. And I was like, that's it. I mean, I guess you could say that he did create a vision, like as that, but at the same time, I don't know. I felt he was like a typical villain. That it was like, I was like, you know, just like he's not gonna be a memorable villain, to be honest. We couldn't even remember his name right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah. So that was just like my dislike about that character overall. I mean, I guess you can put that as the overall season, that I just didn't like his motivation wasn't even there. Like I didn't even know why he hates superheroes for. You know, like if they would give us some backstory, like sort of like what they did with is it Zamos? It's with a Z, right?
Wait, who are you? Wait, who?
The main villain for Civil War. and why he hated like the Avengers.
Is that dude who had like a sharp German accent or something when he
Yeah,
would
yeah,
talk? I know who
yeah,
you're talking about, but
yeah. So so that guy,
okay.
he I'm pretty sure it's Zamos. Zamos sounds right. I'm not sure, but they gave us his like motivation of why he dislikes like a lot of heroes if like his family got killed by them, and as part of like collateral damage, and the superheroes they just went off and and did their thing, and I felt with this like the WandaVision like bad guy. I should probably look up his name. He right from the get-go, he already disliked Wanda. Like calling her basically a terrorist and and all of that. But I never understood like his motivations. Like, okay, but why? Like,
Yeah,
so that was my dislike basically.
gotcha. I agree too. I didn't like that dude. Like in the beginning, he started off as like, oh, this is a big bad dude now, like because he was talking to Monica about her mom, like something about like that. Did he say something about like how he wished she was here and not in the blip so that she can like see her mother like suffer or something? Did he mention something like that? I know it was something really dark.
Yeah, he didn't mention like he definitely took a jab at her for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
with the
after,
mom.
yeah, and because after that, I was like, wow, this dude is really pushing the limits with people. Like, I don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the end, Darcy comes in, hits him with the truck, and she says, "You're getting arrested" or whatever. And then he goes and gets arrested. So it's just like, what happened? I mean, all he created was Vision.
Yeah,
So
and what did he and my thing is like, why did he get arrested? I mean, he was technically doing his job, right?
yeah, he was, but I guess because he was trying to kill Wanda. And Jimmy Woo, he
Mhm.
was trying to not have her dead, so he like called other because he called somebody else who was like on the FBI to like help him
Yeah,
or something, and that's when they came and they arrested him.
yeah, because like with me, like with the first on the first interaction, like didn't he already give Wanda like a warning, like, hey,
Hmm.
like stand down, and, like release those people, and like Wanda basically said no.
Yeah.
I mean, not to side with the guy because I mean, he's a really like this like a dislikable character.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I'm curious, like what what line did he cross that's like that would enable him to like go to jail? You know what I mean? Because like he
That's
was
true.
trying to free the people, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
That's it.
that's probably the only thing that he was like trying to do that was right to him. Yeah, that was just like one of the dislikes. The other dislike on the finale, the thing about her like already learning the runes when the
Mm-hmm.
time was this short.
Yeah.
when it was that short, and it just leaves one of those unanswered questions, like how in the heck did she learn it so fast that she just created it in her world, or like her own little, what is it called,
The
anomaly.
hex or the
There we
yeah.
go. Yeah, so
It's especially when she didn't even know that she had witch power or that she was a
yeah.
witch.
Hmm.
She thought that she got her power from
The Mind Stone.
from the Mind Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like so you already know how to cast spells like within a couple of hours or like minutes too. I don't even know how. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like it was just minutes.
Yeah,
So
because they were in the basement, and then right after that it was the altercation where there was like right outside, right?
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the main dislike, because it was just it just went by way too fast and didn't explain how she learned to cast the runes.
Mhm.
So on the likes of the finale, I really love seeing that the Vision conflict. They were like doing so many cool things where White Vision's hand would go through Vision's hand, and then White Vision would stick his hand there, and then Vision would just like go through. And I'm just,
Yeah.
why didn't he do that when Thanos?
Oh, it's because I remember that he got stabbed.
Oh, that
Yeah.
where it's like the electricity thing.
Yeah. So he mentioned that prevented him from like phasing. Which I
Well,
mean, they should have probably done repairs as soon as possible. I don't know why they didn't repair them, but yeah.
yeah.
for
So
sure.
that's one of the likes. It's just like how amazing they did that fight scene between them, and then both of them use their lasers. I really love White Vision's laser. I don't know.
Oh
To
yeah,
me, it just looked really cool. And you know, with the whole laser action going on with White Vision and Vision, it kind of reminded me of Harry Potter with
yeah.
Harry Potter and Voldemort with their
Yeah.
things, you know. But yeah, and then also I loved it how they just ended up being just like circling around each other, like, you know, saying like what you said.
Mhm.
How they were just saying whose vision and my vision are you vision or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
so I thought that was really cool because it felt like a little change of pace, like everything just like slowed down in the moment, and like
Mhm.
that's what the show is focusing on.
Yeah.
So that was one of the likes about the episode. The other like is the end credit scene where she was in her astral projection form, because in my mind I'm just thinking the only person that did that was Doctor Strange. And
Mhm.
I feel like, because for me, I know you said it didn't, the end credits didn't get you like hyped and stuff,
Mhm.
but to me it made me feel hyped because maybe for the Doctor Strange movie
Mhm.
we might see Wanda, because of, you know, just her using the book itself, and that book kind of looks similar to the library in the Doctor Strange movie of the books that were like locked up in like those chains or whatever.
Yeah.
um so that's another like. And the other main one, when we get to see her Scarlet Witch
Oh
uniform.
yeah, like the full costume with the crown and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Can we mention that like the special effects for this show were amazing. Like
mhm.
like especially for like the last episode, like
Yeah.
this was like movie budget. Like
Mhm.
for real, because I was afraid that that Marvel was gonna release like all these series and it was gonna have like that feel of like a CW show. You know, it's
Mhm.
like middle budget. You know, this
Yeah.
feels very cinematic in terms of like they can
Mhm.
easily put this in theaters, and I'm pretty sure like people will like it.
Yeah.
Sure.
'Cause I agree, because like the effects are, you know, really amazing. And I know that they put a lot of money into this show. Wasn't it like 240 million, or was it more than that?
Mm, I'm not sure, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's that just because like like how good it looked. Like I'm generally surprised. I like that was the one thing that I was like coming in with like all these series. I was like,
Yeah.
especially with this one when they were gonna go approach the sitcom approach in terms of like,
Mhm.
okay, there's not gonna be a big like action sequences,
Mhm.
but when they invest um their like, resources into making stuff look good, they make it look good for sure.
Yeah. Mhm.
Especially how they transition like between like eras and all that, and like
That's it on the likes and dislikes for the finale. But
yeah.
yeah, so now what were your likes and dislikes of the whole season?
Whole season.
Mhm.
I guess this one kind of ties into a like and a dislike together.
Okay.
Let me explain if I may. Let me see if I can. So going into the dislike, I will say that with fresh eyes, you know, like seeing the beginning of the season for the first time,
Mhm.
I thought the pacing was super slow.
Yeah.
Like in the first three episodes, which is like the sitcoms from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. I think those are the right time periods. Um, and I don't know, it felt like it dragged. I wish that they would have gave me a little bit more in terms of like
Mhm.
suspense, because I think we finally got to see on episode 3 what was really going on outside of the hex, and it gives a little bit
Yeah.
backstory of what was going on, which I guess I can understand of building suspense, I guess, but
Mhm.
it just felt very slow. But now, after watching the whole season entirely, I can appreciate
Yeah.
the first 3 episodes, or third three,
Mhm.
um, like as a piece for like the whole puzzle in terms of like how it works with the whole show. So
Gotcha.
I'm really I'm confused by with me in terms of like if I dislike those episodes or not. Like
Gotcha.
I disliked them when I first saw them, and but as a whole, I can
Mhm.
appreciate them in the seasons. if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I agree too. Like I guess I'll start with the
Mhm.
likes and dislikes too. What was that? Did you finish your likes and dislikes, or do you have another thing?
I mean, if I can talk about like one, like I really like the Malcolm in the Middle episode.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Just because I grew up with that show, and that show like, happened to be my favorite. And honestly,
Mhm.
they nailed it spot on with
Yeah.
the uh with like that feeling of like it feels like a Malcolm in the Middle episode.
Mhm.
And if I had to say that was my favorite episode, I think probably that one and Modern Family, which was like the one that precedes
Mhm.
the next. Uh, but yeah,
Gotcha.
like, yeah.
Okay. Um, but yeah, so kind of like the same as you. I did dislike how the first episode and second episode, or no, I think it was the third one. Once I started the third one, that was when I was just thinking like, oh man, like this is gonna be another like type of because like it was like the 50s, 60s, and 70s
I think so.
or
I think this
something.
was I think this was the time periods because Malcolm was 2000s, and then they did the 90s.
Hmm.
Um, it could be 60s. I mean, I'm not sure, but yeah.
Yeah. So once the first or once season God, once episode 3 started, that was when I was like, "Oh, okay, like so when is it going to get interesting?" And it wasn't until the end
Mhm.
of the episode. So we're just like, "Oh, okay, so Wanda's creating this whole thing." Or whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, so the first two did they did drag a little bit, but it was a little cute.
Mhm.
And stuff. And I love that theme song, Wandavision, Wandavision. Ah, the song is still stuck in my head.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I was gonna say one thing that I do like from the earlier episodes is when they would tease a little bit of like what was going on. Like for example, like in the very
Commercials.
first episode, when when one of their guests was choking, and it sort of felt like a Twilight episode, you know, right?
Um,
Like
the
I'm trying to
Twilight
remember the
Zone.
scenes. Yeah,
Yeah,
where it low-key it kind of spooked me because
it did. She was like, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!"
yeah. So I like how they give you like a little horror element right there,
Hmm.
which I wish that I could see. I could have seen more of that. So I like that one, and then I think on the there was like in the following episode where it skips a frame, or where like Wanda doesn't like something, or like she's trying to hide it from somebody else. And it kind of
Okay.
like it kind of rewinds, or it looks like a frame is like missing or something like that.
Hmm.
So just stuff like that. I wish that they would throw in a little bit more, just
Yeah,
because I really like those parts of the episodes.
gotcha. Um, the one thing that I liked about this season is how Vision was catching on something was wrong. And I think it was
Mm-hmm.
the third episode where in the third episode he's like speaking to Wanda, but then he looks at the audience camera like he's like
Yes.
worried, and then he looks back at Wanda. I was like, "Wait, is that a mistake or is this like actually, going on?"
Mm-hmm.
But I really love the fact how we got to see Vision just like kind of like not trusting Wanda and just like seeing for himself like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then her just like saying you're a memory from me, and he kind of like he figures out why she did all of this. So I
Yeah.
love that they piece that together. Um, the only dislike, the episodes were too freaking short, and
Mm.
the credits were too long
Yeah. Yeah.
because
We got tricked. You know,
yeah
it's like, oh, we're
we
gonna get
did.
like a like a 40-minute episode, when in reality it's probably like 35, 32 minutes, and with like the rest being credits.
Yeah, because when we first started the first episode, we are just like, okay, it's a 30-minute episode. Minute 22 or 25, that's when the episode ends, and it's like it shows like the eyeballs of like Vision or whatever. And then I'm just like, oh, okay, there's probably gonna be like something else after this. And then it's just actual credits. I'm like, wait. So, and then the fact that it kept like repeating every episode, I was like, oh my god. So these episodes are gonna be short, but I'm glad they got longer, throughout, like, farther through the season. But I just did that was like my main dislike. It's just like the credits were way too long. They could have put more stuff into the show, if those credits were not 7 minutes long. But shoot, there was one thing that I liked on the show, but it just flew away. God.
I wish I remember after.
Oh my god. That's gonna happen, most likely. Shoot. But okay, so overall, I know you gave your rating in the other one, but tell us what's your rating that you give for this whole season.
For the whole season, I'm gonna have to give it an 8 out of 10, simply because the first couple episodes kind of dragged on for me, but then it picks up pretty quick. So yeah, I mean, not to saying that the first few episodes are like horrible, because I was watching other YouTubers and they adored those episodes because they grew up with those, just like the old generation. So they probably appreciate it a lot more than like that you and I probably do, and that's why we probably didn't connect it with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just something that I was still not able to connect.
Gotcha. Okay, so 8 out of 10 for you. And so for me, this season was a 9 out of 10, mainly because it felt really emotional. We got to see the past of Wanda. We got to, kind of like feel out her whole character of who she is. We got to see her like overcome some stuff, and it was just like great. It was emotionally, the whole thing was great, because when they finally gave a proper goodbye to Vision, I cried, because it felt so genuine that they wanted to give to us. Kind of like I think that's probably what they're gonna do with Scarlet Witch, with Scarlett Johansson's character of Black Widow, because they said that they're gonna give her a good send off for this new thing. So I'm glad that they did that with Vision in this one.
Yeah, it's almost like she almost had closure at some part, because she never got to say a goodbye to Vision. Sorry.
It's okay.
At the same time, they left the open end in terms of like they didn't tie it down in terms of like this is a for sure goodbye to like this version of the Vision. Like we know that there's like a white Vision. So is that the actual name? Like, are they calling it White Vision? Because I feel bad you saying White Vision.
I mean, that's what a lot of people are calling him. So
okay. So yeah. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like they ended like the goodbye was done so perfectly. I don't think it would have been done any better. But at the same time, you also want to see more of Wanda and Vision together.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what we'll see from them in the future, especially since the White Vision already knows the memories of the past that Vision and her shared. What?
You know what I thought was going to happen? I thought since Wanda said that the Vision that she created contains part of like the Mind Stones. And this Vision was gonna be like the White Vision was gonna be like the vessel. So I thought they were gonna merge like together and become like a whole Vision. Like so he can like actually exist outside of the hex, because that was like the one thing that he couldn't do. Like every time that he was outside, like he was being pulled apart.
Yeah.
So I legit thought that was gonna be the way that he was gonna come back, like for real, and that they were gonna combine together. But
yeah.
Oh well, I guess my theory didn't hold up.
A lot of people's theories didn't like come true.
Oh, for sure. And honestly, I like how they didn't keep the they didn't make it predictable. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people were expecting, oh, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. You know, they thought like, oh, this is where the X-Men come in. You know, this is where Quicksilver comes in.
Exactly.
And a lot of people say, oh, this is where Doctor Strange is gonna make a cameo, and they didn't.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, because we like in the group chat, we were all thinking about that. Like even Bilal was saying that maybe Doctor Strange is gonna be shown or Vision is gonna like be for sure dead. Well, he got that right. Well, the memory of Vision is for sure dead.
yeah, because they mentioned that there was gonna be like a huge cameo at the end, but I think they were referring to the Quicksilver, right?
Yeah, but I mean that's the one thing that I like about Marvel is that they keep things unpredictable
Yeah,
because
it keeps it fresh for sure. Keeps it fresh.
yeah, and it a good example is Infinity War because I remember going into the premiere of that movie. And you know, because in the commercial, not the commercial, in the trailer, Thanos only had 2 Infinity Stones on his gauntlet. So I was like, I was okay, because in the movie he already has those 2. I'm just like, okay, so it's just gonna be these 2. Everyone's gonna be alive. But at the end, almost everybody dies.
Oh, for sure.
Half the people died, and I remember I was just like, wow, they really did this. Like, how are they gonna make Endgame? Like, how is it gonna work? But the way it worked, it was amazing.
If I can mention, here's one thing that they messed up with.
What?
By announcing Spider-Man Far From Home before Endgame, you kind of knew like, oh, okay, so it was gonna. That's where they messed up. I wish they would have waited a little bit further to announce all these movies, but you know how they kind of announced all like all of Phase 3 movies for like the rest of the, you know. I wish that they were like hold it off on the releasing, because you kind of knew, like, come on, because as soon as like the Peter basically like went like dusted basically, it didn't hold it like the same impact as like the one where like Tony Stark died.
Yeah.
Because for me, like Tony Stark died, I was like, okay, this is for real. And I knew that they weren't gonna kill Spider-Man just because like he's like a cash cow. Like people are gonna pay money to watch him. But at the same time, in the back of my head, I was like, the next Spider-Man movie is gonna come out like in a couple of months. Like,
gotcha.
Yeah. So that's the one thing that kind of like I was like, okay.
Yeah, I totally forgot that happened about them showing, but now that you said that, I remember it. And I was just like, wait, so is he like in Endgame or whatever?
Yeah. So we really knew that a lot of them were going to come back.
Yeah. But it just goes to show that Marvel is they do well with like unpredictable like movies or now shows.
And for sure trying to keep leaks to like a minimum for sure, because I know there's other studios that things get leaked out like that, and people know pretty much like the big secrets of the plot twist, like the one with Justice League, or not Justice League, Batman versus Superman, where it got leaked that I think his name is Sod, or I'm trying to remember. He was like the main villain from Men of Steel. It got leaked that he had like the props for being becoming Doomsday. So it got leaked early that Doomsday was gonna be in the movie, and the studio was like, and they try to keep it quiet, but it was too late.
Dang, yeah, that sucks. But yeah, I'm glad that Marvel barely has any leaks that happens. Like Tom Holland, he. Yeah, that's the only exception. But
I got a theory.
What?
A conspiracy theory that Tom Holland that they do that on purpose with him. As a marketing a strategy. So a lot of people are gonna be like looking into what is he gonna leak this time, or like what's
like with the new Spider-Man thing, like, and he even comes out like, I wonder why they don't tell me anything or whatever.
Exactly. So now it's probably more like a running joke, but I think that now, since it's kind of well known that he tends to leak out secrets, that they're basically using him as like the like the marketing strategy in terms of like, to get people more excited.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
good theory. I like that. Could be true. That could be true.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the video for today. And Sam, thank you for joining this Zoom video.
Yo, for
Um
sure.
yeah, so and if you guys want to watch our other part on Sam's channel, we go all throughout the whole series. So if you want to watch that, go to his channel, and I'll link it in the description below so y'all can watch that. Maybe if y'all are on a long car ride, it's nice listening to some voices in the background. So because I do that a lot. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Well, keep your eyes peeled for videos coming soon. That's what it was. And I'll see you guys next time. So deuces.